Welcome in to NFL Daily. I am Will Scott, and championship weekend is set. And on today's video, we're going to be breaking down everything you need to know about the NFC Championship game between the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. The 2 seed taking on the 1 seed. In my opinion, at least, these have been the top 2 teams of the NFC all season long, and this is going to be a heavyweight battle over there in the city of brotherly love. Eagles 14-3. They have the 3rd best scoring offense in the league, taking on the best scoring defense in the league in San Francisco. The Niners have the 6th best scoring offense in the league. They'll be taking on the Eagles, who have the 8th best scoring defense in the league. Early line in this one is Eagles 2.5. The total is at 45.5, and kickoff will be at 3 o'clock Eastern time in Philadelphia on Sunday. And before we get into our preview for this game, I want to tell you all about our preview for the AFC Championship game. We posted this last night, so be sure to go and check it out. That's a sublink right there. Go and subscribe to the channel. We're going to have you covered on all NFL news leading up to championship weekend. And when the offseason does come, we're not going to be like a lot of channels out there that only post content during the regular season. We're also going to have plenty of draft and free agency content. We go live during free agency, go live during the draft. You don't want to miss it. Go down, subscribe to the channel. Let's break down how these 2 teams got here. The Eagles beating the Giants 38-7, and not even close. To be honest, I was expecting this to be somewhat of a close game. The Giants look great against the Vikings, not so much against Philadelphia, but you have to give this Eagles defense and the offense a lot of credit. They started fast, and they did not look back in this game. Jalen Hurts, he looked healthy, obviously banged up at the end of the regular season. He did a return for the regular season finale. I think that bye week was huge for Philly, having that extra week to kind of get Jalen back to 100%. He had 3 total touchdowns in this game. Kenneth Gainwell, 112 yards. Devontae Smith, a touchdown at 61 receiving yards. So Philly looked really, really good in the divisional round, as did the San Francisco 49ers, beating the Dallas Cowboys 19-12. Of course, the Cowboys were coming off that impressive win against the Buccaneers in the wild card round. The Niners in the second half pulled away from Seattle, so that's how the Cowboys and the Niners got to the divisional round. But in the end, it was San Francisco winning 19-12. Brock Purdy, again, showing a lot of poise in this game, throwing for 214 yards. When you have as good of a defense as the Niners have, I think we can all agree the best defense in the league, and you're a rookie quarterback, I think you just need to go out there and not make any mistakes. And Brock Purdy's done a really good job of kind of limiting errors this season. Elijah Mitchell, 51 yards. He gave the Cowboys somewhat of a chance in the end, stepping out of bounds. Luckily for Elijah Mitchell, that didn't come back to haunt the Niners. And then George Kittle, man, what can you say about him? Top 2 tight end in this league, 5 receptions, 95 yards. The Niners beating the Cowboys 19-12. It was a fun football game to watch last night. Now, who do you got in the NFC Championship game? Do you have the Eagles or do you have the Niners? This one is going to be a lot of fun. Type PHI or type SF down in the comment section. It's the pinned comment, so go and reply to it when you get a second. Before we get into some injuries and keys to the game, I want to tell you about my favorite cereal, Magic Spoon. Thanks to them for sponsoring today's show. And growing up, cereal was one of the best parts of being a kid, but I had to give it up because I realized it was full of sugar and junk that you really shouldn't eat. But Magic Spoon is cereal reinvented. I start every day with a bowl of Magic Spoon. It tastes amazing, and honestly, it's too good to be true. Magic Spoon tastes exactly like regular cereal from our childhood, but it is super nutritious with 13 to 14 grams of protein and 0 grams of sugar. Magic Spoon comes in delicious flavors such as cocoa, fruity, frosted, and peanut butter, and it has only 140 calories per serving. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, and soy-free. I love Magic Spoon because it tastes great, and it's good for you. I'm never going back to regular cereal. Start your new year off right with Magic Spoon. Use the QR code that you see right now on screen or go to magicspoon.com/chat. Use my code CHAT for $5 off your own personalized Magic Spoon variety pack and stay on track of your New Year's resolutions. That's magicspoon.com/chat or scan the QR code and use code chat. Link is in the comments and description of today's video. In fact, Magic Spoon is so confident in their product. It's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee, so if you don't like it for any reason, they will refund you. I've loved it. I can promise you will as well. I start my day with a bowl of Magic Spoon every morning, and I feel so much better. I've shifted away from the really sugary cereal. I've gone to Magic Spoon. I just feel so much better starting my morning. I promise you will like it as well. magicspoon.com/chat. That link is in the comments and the description of today's video. Let's talk about some injuries to monitor here. So Ambry Thomas dealing with an ankle injury. Now, Christian McCaffrey, you saw him kind of nursing his calf a lot during the game last night. He said after the game he's fine. He said that he was having to fight through that injury, though. McCaffrey's going to be fine, but we'll have to monitor that throughout the week to see if he's limited at practice. And then Charles Omenihu, he actually left the game in the first half, but returned later on with an oblique injury. So I would imagine since he returned that he's going to be okay for next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, Avonte Maddox has missed the last couple games with a toe injury. He suffered that toe injury in the Christmas Eve loss to Dallas. He's not returned. He did not participate in practice last week, so that's another injury to monitor here throughout the week. Luckily for Philly, C.J. Gardner-Johnson is a versatile DB, can play corner, can play safety to high level. That's kind of helping out Philadelphia right now with the uncertainty involving Avonte Maddox. Jalen Hurts, there's really no uncertainty about his status right now. He looked 100% against the Giants over the weekend, over 3,700 yards this season for Hurts. You know, he came into this season kind of a make-or-break year. A lot of people doubted this guy, and he certainly proved those people wrong. 22 touchdowns, 6 interceptions this year, 13 rushing touchdowns, 760 rushing yards, a 66.5% completion percentage. We'll get into keys to victory for both teams here in a second. Spoiler, the Niners have to contain Hurts to win this game. Meanwhile, Brock Purdy, third-string rookie quarterback, Mr. Irrelevant, and he is in the NFC Championship game. That is wild, taking a look at what he's done in the playoffs. Again, like I said, he has not made mistakes. No interceptions through his first 2 playoff games. 3 touchdowns, 546 yards. He has been phenomenal. Now, if you had to pick a quarterback, who would it be? Type JH for Jalen Hurts or type BP for Brock Purdy? I mean, look, I love Brock, man. I mean, he's a great player, but you got to go with Jalen Hurts. I mean, he was in the MVP conversation for a long time this season. So I'm typing JH, but Brock Purdy's obviously a phenomenal talent as well. Let's take a look at the 49ers' keys to victory here. Number one is to start fast. Philadelphia is not an easy place to play at the bank. You got to go in and quiet that crowd right away. Playing on the road, you're an underdog. I think the Niners have to start fast if they want to win this football game. Take the crowd out of it early. Number two is to get your rookie quarterback comfortable. Brock Purdy has looked comfortable, obviously, through the first 7 starts of his career, but this is going to be his toughest test yet, going up against a really good Philadelphia defense on the road, NFC Championship game. I've been impressed with Purdy in the playoffs because it hasn't looked like the pressure got to him. I was expecting maybe him to look a little bit nervous yesterday. He didn't. He looked extremely confident, extremely poised, but he's going into Philly, NFC Championship game. He's got to get comfortable early. Number 3 is more of Christian McCaffrey. And again, the calf injury is something to monitor here. I think he's fine, but get the ball to Christian McCaffrey and get the ball to him early and often. The more you get McCaffrey involved, the more dangerous this San Francisco offense is going to be. And the number 4 is to limit Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has rushed for nearly 800 yards this season, 13 rushing touchdowns. You have to take him out of the rushing plan, I think, for Philadelphia here. You cannot let him go for big yards on the ground. Whenever he's done that this season, the Eagles' offense has had success. And we do have a 49ers YouTube channel. That is the sublink right there. Go and check it out. They are going to be live during the NFC Championship game. Chase Sr. really excited about that watch party. YouTube.com/49ers TV. Go and subscribe to the San Francisco 49ers report and go down and predict the score of Eagles and 49ers. Who is going to win the game and what is the score going to be? Reply to that comment down in the comments, but I'll get into my prediction here in a second. As for the Eagles' keys to the game, you got to let Jalen Hurts just do his thing, man. I mean, what did Nick Sirianni say after that game? Like, having him back out there is like having Michael Jordan. I don't know if I agree with that, but he's a heck of a player, and we have seen him take over games many of times this season, and when he does that, Philadelphia does not lose. So let Jalen Hurts cook, man. Just get him as involved as you can in both facets, right? The passing game and the running plan as well. Number 2 is to make Brock Purdy uncomfortable, right? Exact opposite of what I just said with the 49ers' keys to victory. He's a rookie quarterback, 7th-round pick, making a playoff start on the road. It's going to be his first career playoff road game. Make him uncomfortable, put some pressure on him, force him to look like a rookie quarterback. Number 3 is to shut down Christian McCaffrey. You cannot let Christian McCaffrey, who's one of the best players in football, have a big game against you, or the Niners are going to have a really good chance to win this game. And then number 4 is to win the turnover battle. And with how good the Niners defense and DeMeco Ryans, give DeMeco all the credit in the world, he deserves a head coaching job. But with how good that defense has been this year, they do not lose the turnover battle often. So if Philly can win the turnover battle, they're going to be in great shape to win this football game. We also have a Philadelphia Eagles channel. Eagles Now, go and check them out as well. YouTube.com/Eagles Now for all Eagles news and rumors. They're also going to have you covered leading up to the big game. As for my prediction now, I think this is going to be a really good football game. 2 heavyweights going at, like I said, the 2 best teams in the NFC all season long. But I do believe Philadelphia gets the job done, and they're going back to the Super Bowl. I'm going to take Philly 27-23. Again, this is going to be a really good game. 2 evenly matched teams, but Philly being at home, Jalen Hurts being back to 100%, that's going to make the difference in this one. Who do you think wins the Super Bowl, guys? Go down in the comments section. Let me know. Type KC for the Chiefs. Type PHI for the Eagles. Type CIN for the Bengals. Or type SF for the Niners down in the comments.